you beautiful simmers and welcome. I am Simsational Char, otherwise known as Charlotte, and today we're going back to the Not So Berry Challenge. Now it has been a hot minute since we've been on here, so I do want to do an update. Hopefully we're going to get quite a few episodes going over the next few weeks, so that's going to be awesome. We'll be coming at you every Thursday with a new Not So Berry Challenge. Also, if you want to catch up with what's going on, there is a shorts playlist, a Not So Berry shorts playlist, where I have all of the episodes, or slowly getting all of the episodes broken down into shorter segments so you guys can consume it easier. If you're quite, if you're just starting now, welcome. So that is every Sunday and Tuesday for the shorts, every Thursday for the long form Not So Berry Challenge. Other things we have going on the channel, we have quizzes on the community tab every Monday and Wednesday. So if you want to participate in those, please do so. It's a lot of fun. You can go back and do older ones as well. And we have tutorials on Fridays, and then I'm hoping to do Saturday streams, but I can't guarantee that. It just depends what's going on. Lots of you will know my daughter's gonna have surgery. If you want to know more about that, have a look on that community tab where I've put a big update on there. So without further ado, grab your coffee, your tea, your drink, and your fan, because it's summer, and let's jump into this. First, we're gonna have a look at where we've come from. We're going to have a look at where we're going in the future. So we're going to spend a little bit of time on this very first page, or on this website, having a look at what we've been doing and where we're going. And then we're going to jump into the game and have a look at what our Sims are currently doing. Unfortunately, I have had a failed recording. Greyson is now an infant, not a baby, but that's fine. Right, jumping in first, of course, we did the Mint generation, and we had Fern, who got married to Aaliyah, and they adopted a daughter called Rosa. Now, we still have a lot of things from Fern's, and we're actually going to jump in the game now so I can show you that, because Fern was our matriarchy. She was the first Sim, and so if we have kept this stuff, we have kept all of this stuff in here that was Fern's. On the wall, we still have a picture of Fern and Aaliyah. And then if we go out into the laboratory, we have some of Fern's stuff here still. We have the wormhole, as well as some art in here and other places. Open this. And we have the collection that she collected as well. So we actually have all of them in here, as well as some of her inventions, so that's really cool. And then of course, if we go out here, so we have Fern and Aaliyah's urns here on this little table. When Apollo passes away, we'll move Fern downstairs into the crypt, ready for business. We did unfortunately lose Rosa's urn, but that's fine. Right now I'm digressing. Let's jump back. Oh, also in Fern's generation, we had Josie, our first cat, and we had Cleo. And Red was for Rosa, but under Fern's generation still. So jumping back to here, we have generation 2, Rose. So we had Rosa, of course, as I just said, was adopted, and she was a politician nightmare. She was the top of her career, serial romantic, and it was a lot of fun playing with her. Her husband ended up being Wolfgang. Now, so funny, because their relationship revolved around what happened in the challenge. So he was her first love, but also as an elder, you have to get married as a first time as an elder. So he was also her last love. And I absolutely loved that for her. And she played the field a lot. She was an absolute nightmare. I wouldn't say she was a good Sim. Like Fern, you could call... Fern wasn't particularly a good Sim either, because she was a master mischief, and she was an absolute nightmare for freezing people, so as part of her challenge. So I don't think we've truly had a good sim yet. And then we obviously, Rosa and Wolfgang, they got pregnant really early. I think it was the day she turned into a young adult, they got pregnant, and he was like, "Nah, I can't do this." And then their relationship split up until they were elders. So going on to Lemon generation, Rosa wasn't a great role model as a parent, and Apollo, while he's not done anything notoriously bad, like he's an astronaut, he's gone to space, he has gone and found himself an alien bride, which you guys, as I said before, voted on, which was awesome. But yeah, he's not going to be the best parent. He's going to get his child to attend a school activity, especially Scouts, and we're going to complete all Scout badges. Like, the only time Apollo's really going to interact with Greyson is when he's praising him for doing this sort of thing, like, doing his badges, and otherwise he's not going to have that much interaction. Maybe a little bit more as a toddler while he's trying to teach him, because he wants his child to be super smart like he is. We're going to go ahead and get a nanny for Greyson, because Apollo's in the lab, and in a minute we'll read through what we're going to be doing with Greyson. But yeah, Apollo, he's not being the best role model as a parent. He's going to be like, you need to do well, you're going to have a strict relationship and that, and maybe even as a teenager a difficult relationship. We need to change his little outfit out. But yeah, so that's where we are with Apollo. Now we do have one more part of Apollo's life to do. No, two more. So we've completed everything except for complete the following collections: Aliens, Geodes, Space Rocks and Space Prints, and encourage your child to enter after school activities, especially Scouts. Your heir should complete all Scout badges and get at least one of the positive traits from the Parenthood pack. So when we complete that with Greyson, Apollo will be part of that, and that will be when we finished it, and we'll have a nice big stamp on our playlist for Generation 3 saying complete, like we do for Generation 1 and Generation 2. So that's where we are so far. That's where we've come from. It's a little bit of where we're going to. So continuing on to where we're going to, Generation 4 is Silver Grey. So you always felt that you were different. While the rest of the family were busy messing around in the lab, you just wanted to be outside playing basketball. You're very good at sports and you dream of becoming a professional athlete. To make up for your non-existent relationship with your parents, you want to be there for your own children as much as possible. Oh, and you love to sing and eat healthy and to keep your body at peak performance. Then going on to the traits, we have active, slob and music lover. Now, here's the thing. I think it would be really cool for them to have a maid. It would make sense. They have a maid. He becomes a slob because he's got a butler. He's got a butler that's cleaning him up after him. The butler's job is going to be to tidy the house and to teach and look after Greyson, we're going to try and accomplish as much as possible with Greyson. We need to go into the athlete career. So he's going to be so into his sports and things. He wants to master singing, parenting and fitness skills. I think at first it'd be really cool to see him going out and playing with a basketball hoop and then going inside and being like, I can do a better parent than my parents. And as a teenager, reading parenting books, like getting that parenting skill before he has children, having that in mind, that he wants to have a family and he wants to do all of that stuff, but he also wants to, be an athlete. I think would be really cool to have that as like a contrast in his personality, the parenting and the fitness. We'll come back to the singing in a moment. So master the athlete career and the bodybuilding aspiration. So we'll be doing those as soon as possible. Have 3 failed relationships before finding a spouse. So again, on this journey, I think it'd be really nice for him to have a teen romance. Maybe get a little girlfriend. They can go on a couple of dates. But the relationship, you know, it ends. And then as he goes into adulthood, maybe he can have another relationship straight out the door. And then give it time. And maybe when he's midway through his career, maybe I'm thinking halfway through being a young adult, he goes and gets a partner, settles down, he's focused on his career and parenting. And then, and also we need to marry a neat sim. So again, I thought it'd be really interesting if you guys wanted to make a sim, because we're actually looking for a specific trait. You guys could make a sim that's going to fit in with the grey life, the grey life, the silver generation, and make a sim, a neat sim. Then we've got be good friends with all your children, which I love, and then have family movie night with your spouse and children every Sunday. Beautiful, love that. With the newer packs that we've got, we can go for a movie night out, like an outside movie theatre, go to a cinema. We could do those sorts of things. I think that would be really lovely. Additional aspirations, so Music Genius and Fabulously Filthy. Now I'm thinking we could probably go for Fabulously Filthy as a teenager, and then go for then do the bodybuilder as his adult, you know, and as soon as he sort of finished that, we can go into Musical Genius. After mastering the bodybuilder career, retire and quit the career to focus on your family and music. Now, I thought this would be a really ideal place where he retires and then he picks up an instrument. He's always been busy, he's always been on the go, so he doesn't want to necessarily just stay there doing nothing other than obviously family and pouring everything into that. But music's a really nice bonding thing as well with children. Master in real life, role-playing in The Sims. Master one or more of the music skills: guitar, piano, violin, and pipe organ. Okay then, so I'm thinking piano or violin. We're now at a stage where we have 4 generations of rich. So Fern, obviously she lived in Oasis Spring at the beginning, but as soon as we could, we moved here and she built this house. And then Rosa's lived in here. And now Apollo's lived in here. And Greyson's going to grow up as the 4th generation with a silver spoon in his mouth. Like, literally, he has everything he could possibly want. Their money is abundant. They've got 73,000 simoleons. That's not going away, because I have a feeling we'll probably keep Apollo in his career until he dies, because he is a workaholic. I think it would make sense for, with the butler as well, for Greyson to go into one of those more upper class styled musical instruments. I just feel like I'm in my household, I'm very much working class. I'm learning to play the guitar. So I feel like, you know, violin or piano, and he's not a vampire, so pipe organ's out, obviously. Piano or violin, I just feel like they would fit this aesthetic of them being upper class. Have at least 3 children. Adoptions allowed. I love that. I think that's going to be so good. Having 3 children at the moment. We have a beanpole family. For those that don't know, a beanpole family basically means your tree goes straight down like a beanpole. There isn't much going on here. So you had Fern. There you go. There's the beanpole family. She got married. They had Rosa. Well, they adopted Rosa. She got married. They had Apollo, who married Carissa, who had Greyson. So it is a beanpole family. It goes straight down and there's nothing more to it. And it's a little bit sad. I mean, if we go over to Rosa, we can go through to Wolfgang, who has quite a little bit more of an extensive family tree, which is cool. More things happen here. I do have it actually all, I've lost I've lost us. I love that. I do actually have on Canva a big family tree where we can see it all. Okay then, so here is our family tree in all its glory. We can see it a little bit more. These are probably nearly, I think these are teenagers now, so I'm gonna have to update some of this. I wish I could put, I might actually see if I can put pictures underneath. There you go. I have in some cases. Not all cases though, okay. But yeah, so having like these, having their pictures overlaid, I think is a nice idea. So we'll do that. We'll make sure we do that. But yeah, so that is our family tree at the moment. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight down. Having some extra kids is going to be really nice. I'm going to really enjoy that. And we can make sure that as the generations go by, they're still sprouting out more. And then finally, we need to get the energetic and health food nut lifestyles. We're going to get them as it goes through anyway, regardless, because that's how he's going to be living. He's going to be exercising. He's going to be on the play equipment all the time. And then he's going to be eating super healthy all the time. So he's going to hit that anyway. So, super duper excited. That is where we are going. That's what's going to be happening. For Greyson, 3 relationships, singing, parenting and fitness, bodybuilder, career, and having a butler to clean up after him all the time. So yeah, here we have Apollo. He's obviously been quite accomplished in his life. He even graduated from high school early. Like, he has been on it. I love seeing all of these as well. That's something we missed, guys, is the burglar. I'm so gutted. I might see if I can just pull that and put it up as a short, as lost content. And yeah, we've just got so much going on with him. He has done so much, and it's so cool. A little bit less. He wasn't a loved toddler, and infant. You know, his nans looked after him a lot. Next up, we have Carissa. This is a sim that we're still playing with. She is obviously Apollo's wife, and yeah, she's just kind of here. We don't really have a storyline for her going on. So if you have any ideas, let us know. But yeah, there she is. And then we have our little Apollo, already seen his first burglar, unfortunately. As an infant, he did accomplish a few different things. Social, he got up to smiling. Born at the hospital. He learnt to lift his head in the end. Did a few of the different fasts and fine motor skills. And then as a toddler, he's had his birthday and learned to walk. I will say as well, he did get Happy Infant. Oh, that's so nice, because he didn't have a birthday. I missed his birthday. I feel so guilty. But that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I could roll back the save game, but we're in an in-between stage, and I just feel like it takes away from some of it. So although not perfect, Greyson was quite a happy infant. Greyson will tend to build positive relations with Sims around him. I love that. And then, of course, we have Bella. Here she is. Oh, bless. She is our last dog. I don't know if we're going to be getting any more dogs after her, to be honest. So we had Josie and Cleo, who is my real life cat. In the first generation, second generation / first, we had Red. Then we got Richie in second generation and Fidget in second generation. And now we have Bella, and she is an elder dog. Whether or not they're going to be an animal family, because, like, well, Apollo's not really into the whole thing, and These animals were all bought underneath Rosa as well. So I quite like the idea of maybe them not having any animals. As a quick summary, Sunday we have shorts, Tuesday we have shorts, we have quizzes on Mondays and Wednesdays, we have Not So Berry on Thursday, and I will try and do tutorials on a Friday, but they're a little bit more. I will have them as my scattered recordings because they're standalones, whereas this isn't, so we want this to be more consistent. And I will try to do streams, so it might just be Fridays and Saturdays are a little bit hazy because of kids. If you want to see the updates about Luna, then go ahead and look on the community tab. If you would like to become a member, it's really cool because you give a massive support to this channel, which is so desperately needed, and which is £2.99, I think is what I put it at. And you will get early access to all long form videos and some shorts. The Not So Berry challenges, they come out every Sunday and Tuesday, because if I put those out for members first, you would get 50 shorts all in one go because of the way I schedule recordings, because I need to do that because I've got 3 kids going to university and a household to run and a partner. Like, I've got a lot on my plate, so I have to have certain things being released. So that's the only reason they don't go to members first, but of everything else will go to members first. Not So Berry tutorials and extra shorts as and when they come out. So yeah, I really do hope you have. Oh, and also you will get your name at the end of every video popping up as a member. So yes, thank you so much. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do like, subscribe, share. Let me know where you want us to go with this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.